Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Shelby of Shelby and the Book Club. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, hey girl, hey. Hey sir, hey. Hey they, them, hey. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some of the big books on my physical TBR. Sorry if you hear screaming outside. The children have just been released from school. So if you can hear them, my bad. But we just gonna talk through this because it's not about them, it's about the big books on my TBR. So as you guys know, the Shelby and the Big Book Challenge starts in just a few days. And I know some people are still trying to like figure out what they want to read or need some inspiration. So there are 5 big books that I found. These are not the only ones, but these are ones that I felt like were most interesting. And they kind of, you know, range all sorts of different types of books. We got 2 fantasy here. We have a nonfiction, and then the other 2, well, one of them is fiction for sure. The other one, I have no idea what it's about, but we'll figure it out as we get through this video. So if you would like to hear it go. Before we go and get started in the video, make sure you are subscribed, like, comment, and share. The last time I checked, I believe we were at 800 and something subscribers. Like, I am so close to 1,000 subscribers that I could like taste it. And I'm just so excited. So make sure you share. And if you like to hear it, here it go. Okay, so these books are in no particular order. You will be able to purchase them from shelbyandthebookstore.com. The link is below. Also, the link to the Discord is below as well. I know that the challenge doesn't start until May 1st, and it goes through September 1st. We're going to be spending a lot of time together. But we've already been chatting in the Discord. Some people have their books, so on and so forth. So yeah, this is not going to be in any particular order. I'm just going to pick them up as they are in front of me. So first we have The Eye of the World by Robert Jordan. This is the first book in the Wheel of Time series. This book comes in at a whopping, I believe, 770 pages. And that is including like the glossary. So 779 pages. That includes the glossary, and I believe a sneak peek of another book, maybe. Not sure. So this says, when she arrives in a small village in the 2 rivers, Morianne discovers 3 young men, each of whom might be the long-awaited and rivaled chosen one, the Dragon Reborn. But she is not the only stranger new to the village, nor the only one searching. In a race against time and the agents of the shadows, she must guide her charges through lands of myth, legend, toward allies, both new and old, and into the footsteps of prophecy. So what I will say, I've heard amazing things about this book. I've heard amazing things about this series. But it is like 1,000,001 books long. And by 1,000,001 books, I mean at least like 20. Not even being dramatic, boo. So keep that in mind if this is something that you want to start. My mom is listening to them right now. If you watch the video that I did with her, I think a few weeks ago now, you'll know that this is what she's currently listening to. And she's like on book 7 or 8 at this point. Maybe 9 because I was traveling. I was gone. So I haven't really caught up with her to see what is going on with the people, because I am like, I'm involved sort of, because she tells me, and like I would like to know. I want to know. Next, I guess I should bring these a little bit closer so that I'm not reaching so far. Let's see. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? Yes, I can. Now they're all in my lap. We'll use them as an armrest. So next we have a book that I've never heard of before. And I got this as a It was in one of those book subscriptions that I had. This book is 880 pages long. And it is Life and Fate by Vasily Grossman, translated in with an introduction by Robert Chandler. So this says, a book judged so dangerous in the Soviet Union that not only the manuscript but the ribbons of which it had been typed were confiscated by the state. Life and Fate is an epic tale of World War II and a profound reckoning with the dark forces that dominated the 20th century, intertwining a transfixing account of the Battle of Stalingrad with the story of a single middle-class family, the Shaposhneviks, scattered by a fortune from Germany to Siberia. Vasily Grossman fashions an immense, intricately detailed tapestry depicting a time of almost unimaginable horror and even stranger hope. Life and Fate juxtaposes, I do not like the word juxtapose, bedrooms and snipers' nests, scientific laboratories, and the gulag, taking us deep into the hearts and minds of characters ranging from a boy on his way to the gas chambers, oh no, to Hitler and Stalin themselves. This novel is an unsparing realism and visionary moral intensity is one of the supreme achievements of modern Russian literature. So yeah, this seems like it's interesting. It's been on my bookshelf for a while. And like I said, it came in a book subscription that I had. It wasn't necessarily something that I picked up for myself. But it also doesn't sound far-fetched from something that I would read. I would like to see if there's maybe a larger print version or a bigger version of the book, because those little itty bitty ass letters, baby, these glasses ain't big as hell for nothing. I'll tell you that much. They're not big as hell for nothing. There is a reason. Next we have Moon and the Mars by Kia Corthron. This one, you guys may remember this book from a TBR. Not a TBR, a book haul video, because I got this recently within the last, let's say, 6 months. So it says 7-year-old Theodora Bridget Brooke is a half-black, half-Irish girl coming of age in Manhattan's impoverished Five Points district in the mid-1800s. Though an orphan, Theo is rich with family, zigzagging between her grandmother's tenements and her auntie's homes, from Seneca Village to the Brooklyn tobacco factories to Barnum's sensationalist museum, through the barbershops and dance halls, the taverns, and the African Free School. Over the course of the novel's 7 years, Theo encounters refugees fleeing southern bondage or European destitution, migrants seeking fortune in the West, and newsboys shouting the world home. Camaraderie and conflict, economic depressions, and monumentous elections, ominous upheaval, and cataclysmic, that's another word I don't like, draft riots and war. As American attitudes shift on slavery, on race, on women, on class, on colorism, and indignity. Oh no. These national growing pains are seen through the curious, yearning, buoyant eyes of young Theo. Corthron's Moon and the Mars guides the readers through the time of a country divided when a national reckoning was taking place, one that will resonate with readers today. So let's see. This one is a whopping, I love when books have maps in them, but this one comes out to, including the glossary, it is 580 something pages. So 82 pages, 582 pages. It's a big one. Remember I said a big book to me is anything over 500 pages. And like, we're not going to be punks and be like, oh, it was 501 pages. Like, no, girl. No, ma'am. No, sir. So that's that. Next on the list, we have coming in at 751 pages, A Promised Land by Uncle Barry. That's what I call Uncle Barry. That's my Uncle Barry. So this one, in the stirring, highly anticipated first volume of his presidential memoirs, Barack Obama tells the story of his improbable odyssey from young man searching for his identity to leader of the free world, describing in strikingly personal detail both his political education and the landmark of moments of the first term of his historical presidency, a time of dramatic transformation and turmoil. Obama takes readers on a compelling journey from his earliest political aspirations to the pivotal Iowa caucus victory that demonstrated the power of grassroots activism, to the watershed night of November 4th, 2008, when he was elected 44th President of the United States, becoming the first African American to hold the nation's highest office. Reflecting on the presidency, he offers a unique and thoughtful exploration of both the awesome reach and the limits of presidential power, as well as the singular insights into the dynamics of U.S. partisan politics and international diplomacy. Obama brings readers inside the Oval Office and the White House Situation Room, into Moscow, Cairo, Beijing, and points beyond. We are privy to his thoughts as he assembles his cabinet, wrestles with the global financial crisis, takes the measure of Vladimir Putin, overcomes seemingly insurmountable odds to secure passage of the Affordable Care Act, clashes with generals about U.S. strategy in Afghanistan, tackles Wall Street reform, responds to the devastating Deepwater Horizon blowout, and authorizes Operation Neptune Spear, which leads to the death of Osama bin Laden. A Promised Land is extraordinarily, every time I say or see the word extraordinary, I hear Prince in my mind singing the song. Extraordinarily intimate, introspective, the story of one man's bet with his history, the faith of a community organizer tested on the world stage. Obama is candid about the balancing act of running for office as a Black American, bearing the expectations of a generation buoyed by messages of hope and change, meeting the moral challenges of high-stake decision-making. He is frank about the forces that oppose him at home and abroad, open about how living in the White House affected his wife and daughters, and unafraid to reveal self-doubt and disappointment. Yet he never wavers from his belief that inside the great ongoing American experiment, progress is always possible. This beautifully written and powerful book captures Barack Obama's conviction that democracy is not a gift from on high, but something founded on empathy and common understanding and built together day by day. Ain't he handsome? Ain't he handsome? He just looked good. And I think this is a beautiful picture of him also as well. This is something that has been on my list to read for a long time. I think it's just something that I'm like, I don't know. I want to. I'm just nervous that it's going to read kind of boring. And then it's like long as jacks. But that's why we're doing this challenge, to overcome whatever our fears are and to find out what we like, what we don't like, and so on and so forth. So last but not least, we have at, let's see, how many pages is this one? How many pages is this one? How many pages is this one? 830. 830 pages. We have the Priory of the Orange Tree. Can you see that? There we go. That's a little bit better. By Samantha Channing. This is a fantasy, and it says the House of Berethanet has ruled Inez 4,000 years. Still unwed. Queen Sabran the ninth. 9 of y'all? Jesus Christ. They wasn't no other names? Must conceive a daughter to protect her realm from destruction, but assassins are getting closer to her door. Ia Duran is an outsider at court. Though she has risen to the position of lady-in-waiting, she is loyal to a hidden society of mages. Keeps a watchful eye on Sabran, secretly protecting her with forbidden magic. Across the dark sea, Tant has trained to be a dragon rider since she was a child, but is forced to make a choice that could see her life unravel. Meanwhile, the divided East and West refuse to parley, and forces of chaos are rising from their sleep. I can't say that I've heard anything about this book, to be honest. I don't know if I've heard good things. I don't really know if I've heard bad things. I just know that it's big as hell. And it sounds good, but it's big as hell. So do with that what you may. I know there are a few people that are part of our Discord that are tackling this during the challenge. And I may add it in there because the lettering is not that big. And it doesn't seem like it's hard to read. So I'm curious to see if this will keep my attention or anyone else's. So those are some options that you guys have. Let me know what you're reading. Let me know what you picked out. I would really love to see what your TBRs look like for this reading challenge. I'm just super excited to do this with you guys. It's fun when I can incorporate you guys on things that I want to tackle. So I'm super excited. The Discord is going to be fun. It already is. And yeah, so that's that. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you will be reading. If no one has told you today, I love you. You are kind. You are smart. You are important. I love you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.